Welcome to the Week 11 training. This is the second to last weekend of the season. And this week we're headed into the last week of the regular season. So a lot of games mean have a lot of stuff on the line for them. So make sure we stay sharp. We have a lot of plays to look at today, so let's jump right into it. First couple are going to be targeting. We're going to see it happen about right in this area. You can see it right there. About the 25. Here we got a clear launch. An upward thrust. Crown of the helmet is going to go squarely into the head and neck area of that of the player in the white jersey. This was correctly flagged, and then we could also flag the taunting. Anytime a player steps over a player like that, that's going to be taunting. There's no need for that, especially after laying them out and then the little flex like that. Now, the calling official on this wanted to eject. Crew talked him out of it, which is fine. I think we could have very much stood by an ejection here. This is he clearly only meant to punish this player, and the player's injured. And then the taunting, all that kind of coming together. I think we can justify an ejection right here. I'm okay with not ejecting, but very much could justify an ejection. Here we're going to have another targeting plus unsportsmanlike conduct. Let me give you the type version. Type version has a little more clearly. And it's right there. This one will not rise to the level of ejection. He lowers his head, throws his shoulder into the head and neck area. Really just kind of a badly formed tackle. This will not rise to the level of ejection, but he does stand over and taunt, and they flagged that as well. So you got the double whammy there. Cost team 30 yards. Alright, here we're going to incorrectly call a blindside block. It's going to happen right there, the 10, if you can see it. That's incorrect because it's not forceful contact. Let's see if we can go select a little tighter version. And that does not rise to the level of forceful contact. It checks off two of the boxes. No open hands. Defender does not see it coming. But that is not forceful contact, so we would not. That is incorrect on the blindside block call. Here's one where we hold off on the blindside block, and this one because he's already engaged with a defender. Remember last year we had a similar play, and we kind of said if they're already engaged with a blocker, we would not call a blindside block. So if you watch this slot receiver here, tries to come in on a crackback block. He's kind of already engaged with a blocker when the blindside block occurs. So this would also be a legal blindside block, just like the previous one is a blindside block, but it's legal because there's no forceful contact. This would be legal because he's already engaged with a blocker. And that falls more in the line of philosophy, not rule book, but it's still one we want to hold to. Here we're also going to have a legal blindside block. And this is legal because, again, there's no forcible contact. Right here in the middle of the field, you know, not only there's not forceful contact, also, to me, that's close enough to open hands. You know, I'm okay with that. Most of that force is generated not from the shoulder thrust, but from the open hands. So, you know, yeah, he kind of goes to the ground. It looks forceful, but a lot of that force is being generated with open hands. I'm good with holding off on that. It looks like the U saw it and correctly deemed that it was legal. This is not a blindside block. This is supposed to be in another section, but we'll look at it. This is going to be intentional grounding correctly called. No, this is kind of all on the referee as far back as it goes. But yeah, he's obviously just trying to get rid of the ball. Yeah, you have an eligible receiver right there, but that's not close enough to being in the area. He's obviously just trying to dump the ball. So you have marked the spot of where he threw it from. It should be about the 4. It carries a 5-yard penalty, but this will be half the distance. So then we're snapping the next play from the 2-yard line and a loss of down, which can't see what down it was, but it would be a loss of down, and we'd be snapping from the 2. So that's about a 23-yard penalty. All right, weird play here. Take note of where the line of scrimmage is, about the 9. This punt is going to hit and then bounce backwards. And then it's picked up by R and ran it, almost to the end zone. Not quite. But this is a good heads-up play. Scrimmage kicks, you need to know where that line of scrimmage is. So R picks it up. It's one of those things we got to be ready. Crew does a good job of covering this. Granted, R doesn't have too far to go, but we're in position to make the right call when we need to be. Kind of a funky play, but good to look at and good to see. Here's one we have good mechanics right there. The wing official, holding it back. We got a backward pass. It looks like his knee hits the ground, but I don't think it does. I think this is good holding off on it. Referee might have saw it. Wing has the best look at it. And then in the end zone. So good job all around by the crew there. Good job of punching it back and getting a good look at that knee. So these next ones we want to look at are block below the waist on the defense. So watch the defender right in here. He's going to come in, go low, and then come in and make the sack. And we missed this. This is a big play, obviously, because he comes in and makes a play, and it's 3rd down. So we go from what should have been, a penalty. Which looks like they're behind the stakes anyway, so I don't think this would have been a 1st down. But it still would have been 3rd down and a lot shorter to go instead of 4th and long and having to punt. So we really need to watch blocking below the waist by the defense. This is easy to miss. Here we're gonna miss again. Watch this linebacker on the outside. Cut that lead blocker. It's a pass, but there's a safety foul. We still have to call that. It doesn't matter on a foul like that. It doesn't matter if the pass is on the other side or not. Blocking below the waist being a safety foul still needs to be called. So they can't take out that lead blocker, even on a fake. Same thing here. Watch that outside linebacker or end, whatever that is. He's going to do the same thing. See right there, he's going to fire out. I guess that's an outside linebacker. He's going to fire out and take out the legs of the lead blocker. Should have been a block below the waist. Same thing there. Coming in low, taking it. The blocker kind of ducks down to kind of absorb the hit. But that defender still came in low, still made contact below the waist. Should be called. Same thing here. I'm watching this player right there. Come in, take out the legs of the lead blocker. Right in front of the wing. Different play. Same thing. Right in front of the wing. Gotta make sure we're getting that. Remember we had with this a few weeks ago? If there is doubt, incomplete or fumble, we want to go with the incomplete. We don't want any cheap turnovers. This one to me looks a little too close, so I think we should go with the incomplete call. Yeah, we can sit here and slow it down and try to decide, you know, maybe it slipped out, maybe it was a fumble. But I think the safe call and the correct call here is incomplete pass. You know, if it's close and there's doubt, that's what we want to go with. On this one, we want to look at the mechanics of the wings. In this situation, if you're the wing facing the referee, in this case the headline judge, you would go back with the referee. If you're looking the referee's back, then you're going to stay on the line. So the line judge will stay on the line, headline judge will go back in this situation. That way we still have the line covered, but we still have it covered in the back. Alright, let's look at positioning a crew of 7 on scrimmage, scoring scrimmage kicks. Where the side judge is, that's the side judge coming in, that's about where you want to be. Now the mechanics manual says for the side judge to get on the strong side of the defense. We mentioned in the referees playoff meeting the other day, we're going to change that to side judge just coming in on the side of the field he already is. I know, like I said, I know the mechanics manual we handed out for crew of 7 says strong side of the defense, but it's easier, it just makes more sense. Just have that side judge come in on the side he already is. This is an example of bad positioning by the side judge. We don't want you all the way out here. Don't want you turned to the side. Just want you in, even with the umpire, and looking in right here. Let's watch the shifting going on this play. So we're going to have 4 go in motion, and that 4th one is never going to come set before the ball is snapped. So this will be an illegal shift. If you're going to have multiple go in motion like that, they all got to be set for at least a second for the ball snapped. In this case, he is not. Let's pay attention to this punt. So we're going to have first touching by K, and then the side judge is going to blow the ball dead. Let's not blow this dead, because this ball is still alive. You got the first touching by K. Remember, first touching is just a violation. It does not kill the play in any way. It is simply a violation. We beam back the spot where they first touch it. Now at this point, R can take that ball and do whatever. He can take the ball, run 20 yards back here, get tackled, and we're still going to come back to this spot. So do not kill the ball just when K first touches it. Make sure it is downed, because he's still bobbling it, and R is actually going to try and pick this ball up, which is not a bad idea by R, because K's already touched it. So unless you commit a foul, then you can do whatever and still go back to that spot. So let's make sure we're thinking, let's make sure we're vigilant. Goal line mechanics by the wing. At the snap, we should be working our way to the goal line and then coming back. On that ball snap, we need to immediately go to the goal line if you're on the wing. And we're not doing that here. So we have no coverage at the goal line. And still don't have coverage at the goal line. And then we got to play at the pylon. So make sure in the ball snap, we go to the goal line. If we have to work our way back, we'll work our way back. Same thing here. Snap, and we haven't gone to the goal line. The ball is over, and we're still not at the goal line. Signaling touchdown, well, you don't have a clue. So that snap, go to the goal line. I'm going to call horse collar, but this does not meet the criteria of a horse collar. For a horse collar, you got to grab up behind that neck area of the collar and pull them straight back. We kind of change their direction. You really want to see a knee buckle. And we don't have a knee buckle here. It's more of grab the back of the jersey and sling them. It's not a horse collar. You really want to see an abrupt change of direction, and really you want to see a knee buckle back, or even buckle to the side. That's just more of a sling. Alright, that's it. A lot of plays, and I'll try to go through them fast, but I don't really want to make these too long, but I want to get all those plays in. Good luck this week. Stay focused. Lots on the line for a lot of these games. Stay focused, work hard, and good luck.